So, Mr. Lamy, remember when trade was market moving on a headline by headline basis? It's been a while since that's been the market's concern. Now, the market is concerned about a contraction in global GDP. What do you see for global GDP for the coming quarters?
No, I think it's whatever number we can have is a catastrophic one with the sanitary consequences of this, the economic consequences of this, the social consequences of this, and of course the trade consequences that are only a sort of a tail of this huge crisis. And we can expect world trade to fall in a sort of free fall more than GDP, which, as you know, is already under huge strain. I mean, worldwide evaluations go from -5 to -10. The European Central Bank today said that the European economy could go down by 15%. So all these numbers are horrible, terrible, and trade volumes will follow that because during the crisis, which is a sort of mini deglobalization with huge obstacles to circulation of people, goods, de-stuff in logistics. The only area where there is a bit of good news is services, or at least the part of the services industry which is digitalized. The question is not what's happening short term. The question is what are the longer term consequences of that.
Mr. Lamy, I'm sure you've thought a lot about how this might change the outlook for global trade. Do we see countries turning in more as a result of this coronavirus?
What I see, and I'm very cautious because, as we all know, there's still a huge amount of uncertainties as the exit of the crisis keeps moving forward because of lack of science, basically. What I see is bigger governance and a substantial rise of precaution. And both of that will lead to more trade frictions. The huge amount of public money will inevitably distort trade, and the rise of precaution, which is one of the consequences of this COVID crisis long term, will lead to a more fragmented regulatory playing field because the level and the administration of precaution is very different from country. So I don't really fear deglobalization. I think we will have a more diverse globalization. We will have some reconfiguration of globalization in tech following the US-China decoupling, following in medics, following the COVID crisis. But what I fear is more the consequences of precautionism that will rise anyhow in a non-harmonized, non-convergent way, more than protectionism. Protectionism is about protecting producers from foreign competition. This is something we've reasonably well done. The next stage is precautionism, which is protecting people from risks. There is no way people have to be protected from risk. They will have to be more protected in the future than in the past. Global capitalism will have to rebalance efficiency and resilience, but dealing with precautionism is more difficult than dealing with protectionism.